Welcome back to Morning Markets on Tuesday the 17th of May. Looking on screen, we can see the key market moves from yesterday. Global stock and bond markets were slightly more subdued than some of the moves which we had last week, but on the day, whilst more subdued, global equities were slightly negative. This was primarily driven by the US, where there was still an overhang from some of the guidance around inflation, central bank policy, but also the growth outlook. We also had an impact on the US from the slowing growth outlook which came out of China yesterday as they grapple with more stringent COVID-19 measures. Government bonds providing a degree of support to diversified portfolios as yields moved lower on the day. The key components which I will discuss this morning are the UK unemployment data, which was released earlier this morning, and wage growth data. Why is this important? Well, both are important components for UK citizens to get an indication of the health of labour markets and their spending power, but also informing the view and the pathway of the Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee, who have an objective of maintaining price stability here in the UK, whilst also supporting the economic policies of government, which include economic growth and employment levels. So what did the data show? The reported data demonstrated that in the first quarter of 2022, unemployment levels in the UK were at their lowest levels since 1974 at 3.7%. For context, employers added 121,000 people to payrolls last month, which is more than double the level which was expected by analysts. Job vacancies are now at record highs. There are now actually more vacancies than there are unemployed people to fill those roles here in the UK. And at this point, demand for labour is outstripping supply. So there's a few reasons for this, including one, the demand for goods and services which we've seen, which has been accelerated as we've moved out of a restrictive activity environment, being the pandemic. We've also got fewer international workers post-Brexit and post the pandemic. And also through the pandemic, those who have opted to take early retirement have left fewer workers available within the workforce to fill those vacancies. As a result of this imbalance of demand and supply, firms have no choice but to increase the wages and the bonus incentives available to staff. Average weekly earnings, including bonuses in the UK, increased 7% year on year in the first quarter, which was higher than markets were expecting. Markets were expecting levels of around 5.4%. Regular pay, which excludes bonus payments, went up 4.2%, which again was higher than what the market was expecting. Market was expecting levels of around 4%. Wages in the private sector rose 8.2%. In the public sector, they were slightly lower, but still positive at 1.6%. However, if we adjust these numbers for inflation, growth in total pay was up 1.4%, and regular pay, so excluding bonuses, actually fell. So it was down around 1.2%, which is the biggest drop which we've seen since 2013. And it's continuing to point to the topic which we've been discussing, which has been the squeeze on UK living standards. It will be important to see how the Monetary Policy Committee members digest and respond to the data prints over the coming days and weeks. They face a challenge of managing interest rates and the purchase of bonds in a way which takes some of the heat out of demand, therefore cooling the inflation pressures which we're seeing, whilst also maintaining a supportive stance on economic growth here in the economy. We'll continue to keep you up to date on these important topics here on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Please do like and subscribe.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to the channel on your desktop or through the YouTube app on your phone and click the subscribe button. You can then press the notification bell symbol if you wish to be notified as and when new videos are released. Doing this is a great way to keep yourself updated with market developments and personal finance insights. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and we look forward to continuing to help you do more with your money.